UValleyRadio.net. Hey, happy Friday. Robert Miguel here with you. Matt, it is now pretty much, the weekend. Kind of, Friday at 5 is really the weekend. But hey, let's just be honest, man. We are ready to go. And there are so many cool things happening in Uvalde. People say this is like a nothing to do town. I beg to differ. Always something cool happening in town. Tomorrow morning, I will be broadcasting live from TLC, Trinity Lutheran Church, for their Bless a Baby drive. So donate some new stuff for expectant mothers and babies at the Trinity Lutheran Church between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. We'll be broadcasting live. Then tomorrow, Saturday evening, a huge event at the Ssgt. Willie de Leon Civic Center. The Sacred Heart Catholic Church invites you to their very first charity bingo, and they're going to try to do this thing as often as possible, I guess annually. And here to tell us all about it on the phone, please welcome from Sacred Heart Catholic Church, I have got, oh my gosh, I almost forgot your name. Jaclyn Gonzales, right?
Yes. Yes, we're excited. This is our first time hosting a bingo here in Uvalde. The church used to have a bingo many, many years ago, but we're bringing it back. We thought it was a great opportunity. The biggest thing that we're having a bingo, we've raised a lot of funds. We're going to get a lot of cash out to the families in Uvalde and community, but also we're doing a big truck raffle, and that's just the biggest fundraiser that we have for our church, and it actually supplies the church with funds, but it also supplies Sacred Heart School. And so our heart is with Sacred Heart, is what me and my husband do, and we try to help out our community as much as possible.
Well, fantastic. It's going to be the buzz around town is huge on this event. So, and I remember being younger in Uvalde and the church sponsoring a lot of bingo events, and then they kind of stopped. So we'll get all into that. We're going to unpack the whole bingo event for tonight at the Willie de Leon Civic Center. But first, Jaclyn, you mentioned your husband. Let's go and talk about you as Uvaldians. How long have you and your husband been in Uvalde?
Well, we're born and raised in Uvalde.
Woo,
my husband is the president of Southwest Texas Junior College, and I'm a licensed professional counselor here in Uvalde. We host all kinds of events. Of course, we are at the back of the Palomino Fest. We also do the Christmas at the college. We try our best to serve our community, but we've also been on the chair of the festival committee for Sacred Heart Church. We just try to stay involved because, especially now more than ever, we need to be united in this community. And that's one of the backings to this bingo, even though it's a bingo, but it's to bring us together.
Yeah.
And it's keep us connected through the love of one another. Is what our hope is that we're going to have a great event and just come together and have some fun and laugh a little. Now,
as lifelong Uvaldians, again, and as plugged in as you both are into the community, obviously, since what happened, on May 24th, man, I tell you what, Uvalde life, the fabric of our community has changed a lot. And again, like you're saying, these kind of events do help to build unity, and especially when you're helping out a church, that does fund a lot of the good deeds that happen in this town. But getting back to, your role here in the community, I'm sure that the demand for activity and to be engaged in this community really kind of ramped up after that tragedy. How has you and your husband's life changed, altered since that tragic event?
Well, it definitely reminds us of the importance of coming together, but we do have to always be sensitive, and we want to make sure that everyone knows that, when we make a gathering, we try to be as sensitive to the community needs as much as possible. And really it's just to help them have that moment of just happiness again. And it's in the midst of sadness too, right? Because we recognize the change that's happened in our community, but it also gives us that hope, the hope that we can smile, that we can enjoy a moment, we can cherish that moment. And so that's, of course, the backing of most of our events is the joy of Christmas at the college. It's going to make me cry, but whenever we light those trees up and everything, I cry. And it's just beautiful because you hear the joy of everyone around. And I know a bingo event is going to be a lot of fun, too. There's going to be a lot of wrestling going on. And so I'm excited. I really am excited just to to host another event.
Well, Jaclyn, you must be a fantastic counselor because I feel better already. So, again, we got Jaclyn Gonzales on the phone here with the Sacred Heart Catholic Church. She's helping put together, organize, and execute their first annual charity bingo, which is going to be tomorrow, Ssgt. Willie de Leon Civic Center. Now, Jaclyn, getting back to you as Uvalde, and I always like to get a little bit backstory of you guys. Tell me some of the things that you love about Uvalde as a lifelong resident. Do you have any places, favorite rivers or restaurants, or what do you guys do? A lot of Uvaldians tend maybe to go out of town to San Antonio to shop in malls or get their entertainment. How often do you stay in Uvalde? What are some of the things you just love about Uvalde, and you brag to your out of town friends about this great town?
Oh gosh, there's just so much to love about Uvalde. We love our Jaliscos. We love our
yes.
food. You can't.
Man, that Jalisco burrito, that thing's my best friend.
Yeah, I think when you travel out of town, you just recognize how much you miss our food.
Yeah.
When you get to town, you're like, I'm gonna go get my fajita taco or my carne guisada taco. That's like the thing we come to. Like we can eat our carne guisada tacos. And so, yes, definitely our food here, our Mexican food that we provide. But, I have to tell you, my guilty pleasure is Julian's. Julian's is, I love going shopping there. They just treat you so great there and loving. And I know that's terrible, but that's my guilty pleasure.
No, I've got to ask you this, okay? Because they just had their big old store-wide clearance sale last week. And I know they had some really great deals. How much money did you drop at Julian's last week?
Oh, gosh, I can't say that.
You're going to get in trouble.
I will tell you that they already messaged me today. They dropped things 50%. So that tells you where I am on that list.
Now I understand why the church is raising money. All right. And
no, you know what? I truly believe in buying local.
Yeah.
I do believe in that. And in fact, whenever we do anything, we try to go local here. In fact, the biggest one that I've been trying to promote is Carlito's Way. He's been one of the biggest caterers that we've been focusing on to try to help and get him out because, man, he's got some great food, too.
Yeah.
He's hosted a lot of our events. We had a Christmas event for the families, and he just does such an awesome job. And so, but I do try to go local as much as possible because we got to support each other.
Absolutely. That's good stuff. And Carlito, yeah, for sure. Great food there on South Getty. So be sure and stop by and see them. Again, we've got Jaclyn Gonzales here from Sacred Heart Catholic Church. They've got a big old bingo event going on tomorrow. I believe kicks off around 5 o'clock with the art contest, 6 p.m. bingo, 7:30 truck raffle. I'm going to let you give as many details as you can. So let's go and dive into it, man. Now that we learned a little bit about you as a Uvaldian. First of all, tell me what was the inspiration, and you kind of touched on it earlier, but what made you guys decide to bring bingo back, really? Did you have to have a big meeting about it and pray on it, and how did that go?
Well, a few years back, we helped out another church, St. Joseph's in La Pryor, and I was just completely dumbfounded with the turnout and the community and how it came together. And, we were talking about what can we do to bring people together to do the truck raffle, and I said, bingo. Bingo it's just amazing what happens at bingo, and it makes people feel happy, to go out and to raise money. It's just a lot of excitement that happens, and you know what? It's the hope of winning some cash, and we've got some big jackpots. We've got some $500 jackpots, and we actually had 2 TVs donated. So in the midst of all of that, we're going to have like a double bingo where we add cash and a TV. And Sheriff Nolasco donated one of those TVs, and Dolores Cabrales donated one of those TVs. And we're so grateful to all of our donors. And I'm going to feel terrible if I don't name them all, but there's so many of them, and we're going to be naming them. We will definitely be naming them. But I know Don McLaughlin, he donated a lot of money too. We have a lot of people supporting us, so we're excited.
So over $2,000 in cash prizes plus TVs and other cool stuff. Let's go and get into the nuts and bolts of it. So it's tomorrow, Saturday, January 20th, at the Ssgt. Willie de Leon Civic Center. Now it says 5 p.m. art contest. Is that when doors open?
Yes, and I think we're going to push it a little bit earlier. It's probably going to be closer to 4. We're going to be opening up the doors because I hear there's going to be a line. And so we're excited. excited. We're trying to, work with the crowd.
No, that's a good thing. So let's talk about this art contest. Now, from what I understand, you're going to have people submitting their works of art, and then the community members and family and friends will buy a vote for $1 each, and then whoever gets the most votes wins the contest, and I guess they get half the pot. How many entries have you had so far? How many do you expect? And have you seen any of the artwork yet? Give me an example of what we're working with as far as this art contest.
Oh, okay. This is a really, really first ever, the art contest, which I was really excited about what we have had come out. We have about 35 entries right now.
Cool.
I will say that nobody took part in the People's Choice, the $1 vote to one. So we don't have that going.
Okay.
Which it's okay, because we're ready with our crowns. Okay, we've got some beautiful crowns that we're going to be handing out. And we're gonna have judging happening, and we're going to be notifying them so they can come by and look at their artwork. Beautiful artwork. Most of it was submitted by Sacred Heart School, which I do plan on growing. I think it's beautiful to share artwork. It gives
Sure.
our soul some release of artistic pleasure, but also connection with our faith. And so that was the basis of that art contest. And I hope to continue that growing here in the community too.
That's fantastic. So that'll be on display the whole time, like when doors open, or is that going to?
Yes.
How will the art contest at 5 p.m. be executed? Are there going to be voting from professionals, or is it? How does that go?
Yes, the voting is going to take place before, but yes, it is going to be. I have Lisa Ayala joining us, and Elia Rodriguez, Sacred Heart parishioners. I don't know if I should say their names, but they're going to be hosting. They're going to be bringing people in. They're going to be judging, and so they're going to have another group of people that come in and also judge. But I think they have a great experience with artwork, and so they're going to be judging it, and we'll be handing out the crowns at 5 o'clock. Yes, we'll be inviting the families over to look at the artwork. The big thing about this event is that it's open. You don't have to go play bingo. You don't have to do the artwork. You can go by and just buy some food.
Uh-huh.
And because the big thing is the truck raffle. You can go be present, buy some truck raffle tickets, just hang around, enjoy the bingo, enjoy people winning, maybe buy a ticket, and, just have a good night, have a good evening.
Kind of a few things going on all at once, right? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
And you know what? You are a smart lady not mentioning the names of the judges, because in a small town, that can get people in trouble. So, again...
Yeah, bribery, right?
So 6 p.m. bingo, 7:30 p.m. is when you're going to actually raffle off that truck. And is there any rules or regulations or information that we need to know specifically about the truck raffle? $10 a ticket. Is there an age requirement limit, etc.?
No, not that I know of.
Cool.
I know that they do have to pay the tax, title, and license.
All right,
once
TTNL.
you do win the truck.
All right, very cool. And did you just buy this truck, guys, or is it donated like in kind from a dealership, or what's the story behind that actual truck?
So what Sacred Heart usually does, they purchase it, and we sell the raffle tickets, and it is really one of our biggest fundraising events. But the church does usually purchase it, and of course the dealership often works with us on the price.
Uh-huh.
But there's also great other. There's several different prizes, but that's just the jackpot prize is that one. So
now there's a photo on the bingo flyer. Is that the actual truck that's up for grabs, or do you happen to know the make and model of this truck?
Yes, that is the actual truck up for grabs, and I don't have the exact details on the truck. I feel terrible not knowing that.
I mean, it's a Chevy truck. It's got an extended cab. Looks good. I don't know the make or model either, but yeah. Hey, I'll take it. No problem.
Right, yes. And so, we have several gifts also being offered. There is another big one that's on there. It's the dinner with the Archbishop. And so that's one of the biggest ones. He's going to have them at a private residence and provide at his private residence and have a meal with him. So that's another big one that's on the list of prizes for that. But anyhow, I think we're excited. We are excited. It is definitely coming. Oh, wait, I just found it. Okay, it's a 2023 Chevrolet Colorado Crew Cab, short box, two-wheel drive. It says includes tax, title, and license. Winners responsible for any federal taxes is what it says.
Wow, okay. All right. That's cool. Fantastic. And that other prize, dinner with some clergy. I don't know if I could accept that prize. I might just burst into flames when I walk in the door. That's too much pressure.
You know what? No, you wouldn't. I think I think it would be beautiful. The Archbishop is such a beautiful man. Whenever I've spoken with him, it's just. I don't know. I think it would be complete opposite. I think he would enjoy it, even if he did win.
Yeah, well, maybe I get a blessing out of it or two. That's good.
Yes.
Well,
definitely.
Jaclyn, again, thank you so much for all this great information. Again, the event is Sacred Heart Catholic Church first annual charity bingo. Tickets are $20, over $2,000 of cash prizes, other cool stuff like big screen TVs and whatnot. $10 tickets for the truck raffle, which I think you can buy still, even though it's Friday, right, in advance. And then the art contest. All this is going down tomorrow evening. Doors probably open around 4 at the Staff Ssgt. Willie de Leon Civic Center. And that's at 300 East Main Street. Everybody knows where it is. And Jaclyn, any parting thoughts, any final information that we might need just to make the evening easier?
No, I think we're going to have credit cards available. You can charge. You can pay with a credit card if you need to. You can stop by and just buy a raffle ticket if you want to just do the truck raffle. The church office is selling raffle tickets right now for the truck, or bingo tickets. But bingo tickets and everything is still going to be available at the door. And so you can contact me, 830-275-9639. If you need contact with someone for a raffle ticket, I'll get you there. You can text me, call me. We'll get you to what you need to do and how you want to support Sacred Heart Catholic Church.
And, my final question is, and you touched on this earlier, but for those who are interested, these funds that you're raising, how specifically are they going to benefit the church? Do you guys have this money earmarked for a specific cause or reason, or is this general funds for the church in handling all their affairs? We don't have a specific, and I know this. Father Matthew has just come on board with Sacred Heart Church. He was just recently assigned, which he's done wonderful things. We're so excited with him. But yes, definitely, it's completely up to our priest. And I know they always support Sacred Heart School. And what has happened in the past is 50% goes to the school and 50% goes to the church. And so we haven't specifically spoken to him about where it's going to go, but he is planning many more events for our community, and he is very much on board for uniting us in Uvalde. And so, in all, I just believe that that's our support, is just for him to continue on that path of uniting us here. Sounds good to me. Again, Jaclyn Gonzales with Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Their big charity charity bingo event is tomorrow at the Ssgt. Willie de Leon Civic Center. And again, you can call her at 830-275-9639 if you need more information. And don't forget, there's going to be food booths out there, right? Some food and drink.
Yes.
So bring some cash for that.
Yes, definitely. We're going to have a lot of food out there. I'm excited about it too, and it's going to be great. Thank you, God, for all giving us the feet and the hands to serve him. That's all I can say. Thank you, God, for giving us that power to do that.
Thank you, Jaclyn. Like I said before we got on the air, I've heard your name around and about town in a while. This is the first time we've actually got to speak on air. So thank you so much for carving out some time to tell us about the event, and also for us to get to know you a little bit better. Okay, we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up with UvaldeRadio.net and Jaclyn Gonzales. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.